Welcome to Toffee TV. It is my three things from West Ham United 2, Everton 1. Another defeat for the Blues on their travels. Absolutely abysmal away form. Really is. What an awful record away from home this season. Without a win since August. It's just, it's embarrassing now. 6 points away from home all season. And we had 4 of them in August. So that tells you just how bad Everton are on the road. Today, firstly, I want to talk about Michael Keane, who, for some reason, had the armband today. I don't really know what more to say about him. This is a lad who was quite a capable defender in his times at Everton since he's been here. You know, this is his 5th year he's been here now, and he's just, to me, I just never know what you're getting from him in terms of some of his decision making. It's just abysmal. Like, he's 29 years of age. He's got the armband on today. He should be a commanding centre-back. I'm watching Craig Dawson at the other end, who's about 49. He's been around everywhere, just getting on with his job, making it difficult for the strikers. You know, he's there, he's putting tackles in, he's winning headers, he's aggressive. And we've got a fella who's 6'4", 6'3", 6'4", who's like a gentle giant at the back. Doesn't really want to foul anyone normally, and yet today makes 2 stupid challenges on Antonio and ends up being sent off as the captain. And it's like, where do we go? You know, the second goal comes from him. Wobie has a horrific first touch, and that puts us in trouble and they score from it. But Michael Keane gives him the ball when he should have ignored the Wobie, and the ball should have been switched out to the left-hand side where there was loads of space. And just some of his decision making is appalling. And I can't understand, honestly, I can't understand why he's put a tackle in on the edge of our box when Antonio's running away from the goal. Why didn't he just jockey him? He's on a book and he knows he can't get it wrong. Cresswell scored a free kick from outside the box in the first half. Why would you try to give him another opportunity to do the same and he just puts it wide? It's just pathetic. It's absolutely pathetic. And he's doing it, and he's getting picked, you know. And I just think the manager, at some stage, has got to actually let the penny drop in his head and go, this lad costs us goals every game he plays, virtually. You know, and I know we're down to bare bones and options in them centre-back positions, but I'd rather Branthwaite played, because I honestly don't think he'd cost us as many goals as Michael Keane. So I just don't understand what's going on. He's missing now for probably the only game you want him for. Burnley at Turf Moor against the big donkey of a centre forward. And he's out. So Everton have obviously got to try and cope with that. Mason Holgate was limping at the end. Yerry Mina, we know, is not back. So God knows if they're going to end up having to play Jarrod Branthwaite anyway. But it's frustrating me so much, the amount of goals that go in, and Michael Keane's part of it. It really is winding me up. Second thing I want to talk about is the manager, and I still fully back Frank Lampard. I don't get. I've seen different people, but you know, some people even saying Everton should sack him. That to me is a bit mad. But everyone's got their own view on how things are going. But I do think he's got to start making some decisions that are tough. He's just right now. He's still doing the safe thing, and Everton. You know what? Today, I can't sit here. I know I've seen a few people have messaged me and stuff, disgrace and this, that and the other. I might just be looking at it through mad eyes today, but I just thought that was quite an even game. And we've basically gifted them 2 goals and we've lost the game because of it. I think in other games, we've just not been in it. And we were lucky to get out with what we've got away from home. But I think today, we're unlucky not to get a point today. But the manager does have to be brave there. I know Michael Keane getting sent off obviously changes a lot of what he's going to do. But Damari Gray had an absolute nightmare. Should have been dragged off. Probably around the time Keane was sent off. He should have been off the pitch. He was terrible today. He's been one of our best players this season. You know, he's a player who can make something happen. But he was really poor today. And I'd have took him off. I'd have got Gordon on a lot earlier. I think I'd have got Dele on at some stage to try and get on the end of something. You know, give us something else in midfield. And just think sometimes with Frank, just right now, And I know we're in a precarious position, so he might be trying to rely on sure things, but I don't think there's any sure things with this squad. I really don't. And so that, that's something that I think he's got to improve on himself. The players, absolutely. I blame the players fully. It's squarely with them why Everton are in this mess, not the manager. But the manager does have to be a bit braver, in my opinion. And then the third and final thing is the two lads up front, or our two main goal scorers, with neither of which look sharp in any way, shape or form, neither of which are doing enough, anywhere near enough, to get us results. Other front men are getting their team's results. Antonio hasn't had a good game today, but he's battled away and he's worked, and you know what, he's ended up running through and forcing Pickford into a save which Jarrett Bowen gets the winner from. And yet ours both were given one-on-ones, or certainly a clear strike at goal, and neither of them hit the target. Dom's clipped the top of the bar instead of going right back across the goalkeeper, which he should always do. And Richarlison's flicked one over with the outside of his foot. But there's got to be more than that to their game. And I just think right now we need them to start scoring. We need goals to get us results. We're in the shit. Pardon my French. We are in trouble. And you need someone to stand up and drag you through that sometimes. And our two lads up front, who there's a lot of talk about, teams, big teams in Champions League wanting them. Prove it for us then. If you want those big moves, get us some goals and keep us in this division at least. And for me, they've got to start delivering. They're not delivering, neither of them. Dominic Calvert-Lewin's being dragged off today, and he didn't look happy. He's shaking his head. And I'm not sure that took him off either, to be honest. The goal down, 2-1. He's one who might get his head on something. But he's on the bench shaking his head, and I was watching the game, and Efan Akuku was commentating on it. Efan Akuku was commentating on it and was like, he wants to be embarrassed by his performance, never mind shaking his head because he's gone off. He's not done enough today, and that's an independent fella commenting on that. And Dom, his performances haven't been very good of late. So he's got to force his way, knock people about, be a threat, get us some important goals. And then, what if those teams do come in the summer and Everton decide to sell? Well, then off you go. But do your job and keep us in this league. Get us some important goals. Him and Richarlison, the pair of them have got to do it. Got to, because there's no one else is scoring goals on this side. So it's on those two. And like I said, lots of talk about them going to bigger clubs, or clubs that are in Europe, whatever. Earn your move then by scoring big goals now when we need you. Without that, we're in trouble. We're in trouble anyway, but it would help if we had those lads are putting the ball in the back of the net, that's for sure. Right, that's it for my 3 things. I've moaned enough. Let me know what you think in the comments section below. Give the video a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't. See you later.